With the release date of The Last of Us Part 2 finally being revealed, and Death Stranding being released after a little over a month and a half, and Final Fantasy Remake 7 being released in March, we all know that the PS4 is entering its final cycle of its current generation. We all know that the last big game remaining that still the release date haven't been released is the Ghost of Tsushima, which I may predict will may around release until after June or July or August. We all know that the the next generation is on the horizon, and sooner or later, Microsoft and PS and Sony, we're going to have talk extensively about their plans for the next generation. As we all know, that Microsoft has already revealed some details about their next generation of consoles, which they already also have given us as the release date, which is fall of 2020, which means Christmas or November. But I'm predicting they will release their next console in Christmas, and also the coming E3 will also be really crucial for Sony because it will be them attending their E3 after skipping for the first time in 20 years, if I am correct or not. So it will really be important for them to share some more details about their next generation of consoles. Now we're gonna talk about PS5 and their next generation console, and we're gonna talk about why it's important for them to start their next generation strong, which they did not start the PS4, the current generation, when they started their generation. They started off with some minor games. The only exclusive game that they released with the PS4 was the Killzone Shadowfall, and there were some other third-party games like Watch Dogs. You have Call of Duty Ghost and some other games. Now we're gonna talk about how PS5 and how Sony can release with a strong game, with a strong launch title game that will again attract the audience towards PS5, which will give them a reason to buy again the Sony console, which is not to say they're not going to buy. Either way, they will going to buy because they have the biggest exclusive library of them all, and they have the best studios under their umbrella. Just recently, they purchased Insomniac Games. When I talk about Insomniac Games, you know what that means is Spider-Man PS4 sequel may be on the horizon. Now we're gonna predict about what kind of launch titles there can be and what can and cannot be, and let's get into the video. Yes, I am talking about Horizon Zero Dawn, and that's one of my prediction. I will get to my second prediction, Horizon Zero Dawn. Why I say Horizon Zero Dawn? First of all, it was such a great surprise. A developer that has been known for making an FPS shooter games as long as it has been making since the beginning when they're of the company Guerrilla Games. They have been making Killzone games for many years. Not to mention it was a launch title, the Killzone Shadowfall. So, and a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel with launching with PS5 will be a shocker to me. No, it will not be a shocker to me. It will be a very great addition to PS5 with the new Horizon Zero Dawn game. And I say that why? Because Horizon Zero Dawn was a great success for Sony. It was a critically acclaimed game, and I think it deserves a sequel. I think the sequel will take many new places and can explore new places, as the story of Horizon Zero Dawn has already told that this thing that robotic thing that happened, it happened all around the world, so they can take a few different approach with the sequel, but I think they should keep the main protagonist, which is Aloy. I think she is a really great character. She has a charisma in her, and the way she fights, and the way she talks, the way she moves, it's really great. I think Guerrilla Games, I think it's no surprise. I think they are, even right now as we speak, they are working in the sequel. I refuse to believe that they are not working in a sequel. I think they are working in a sequel, and I hope that we get the Horizon Zero Dawn sequel news in the E3 2020, or else I'll be really disappointed. You want to know a crazy story? Just before we go, it was February 28, 2017. Horizon Zero Dawn was about to release. Okay, the thing was, sometimes some games it comes out early in some certain shops. So I have one of my friends in a final game shop. There's a shop here by the name of Final Game. He texted me in WhatsApp. He said that he received the Horizon Zero Dawn CD, in which at that point I was like 1 or 2 days away from receiving my collector edition. And as I was so much pumped up for the game that I didn't want to hear the news, but he told me anyways. When he told me the game has arrived, I rushed. I took my car's dad and I bought the game. So you can say right now I have 2 CDs of Horizon Zero Dawn, and still to this day I have played Horizon Zero Dawn 3 times, and I'm definitely thinking about playing it for the 4th time because that kind of game it is. The breathtaking graphics, the robotics, the world, the landslide, the snow, the desert, the animals, the creatures, the dangers. That's kind of the game I wanted to see for a long time, in which Guerrilla Games has delivered. One can hope that the sequel will be announced pretty soon at E3 2020. One can hope, and I certainly cannot wait for it. Now we know that it may be a long shot. I think we should not expect that this may happen, but this is what I predict. GTA 6 will the launch title will be for the PS4. Well, not at least the launch title. Maybe it will release after like a couple of months, but it's not as what it seems with Rockstar Games. I'm kind of hoping that this happens, or at least a trailer or something they release in the E3 2020. But the thing is, the Rockstar they really like to play it safe. They don't like to risk it all. When they released the first, if you remember, when they released the first trailer for Red Dead Redemption, after a year, they release any update. They release the second trailer. Okay, so most likely, let's say, this at December, for example, they released a teaser trailer for GTA 6. It will not be until the next year of November, basically. Up until that point, that we may not hear about GTA 6. But that's one of my prediction. There has been rumors that Bully 2 may be their next game, either Bully 2 or GTA 6. But I'm leaning toward GTA 6, and one can hope what can happen in the coming years with the future of Rockstar Games, and we can kind of see that Red Dead Online is not that popular as GTA Online was, but still they have some cool, decent content there. But that's what I'm predicting. And as we speak right now, that's the state of PS4 and PS5. What PS5 is going to be, we all going to know that Death Stranding is coming in November of this fall. And in March, Final Fantasy 7 is being released, the Final Fantasy 7 remake. And last but not least, The Last of Us Part 2, which they have recently announced a release date, okay? Which now leave us to Ghost of Tsushima, when they're going to be announcing the release date for that title. I think basically in the next state of play. Most likely, again, I said earlier in my video, will be summer late or summer in the beginning. We are in a very interesting place right now because as we all know, PS4, PS4 is about to. We can basically say PS4 is in the end game now, and PS5 is on the horizon, which we already kind of see that they have already given the dev kit to all the developers. Which like a couple of months ago, the leaked image was being surfacing around the web, the image of the dev kit. So the future is bright. Tomorrow we'll talk about the future of the Xbox and their exclusive slate, what they will have to offer in the launch title. And please tune in for the video for tomorrow. And again, thank you for being with me in this ride. If you like my video, kindly like and don't forget to subscribe my videos, and don't forget to push the notification bell so whenever I'm uploading any videos, you will get the notification that I have uploaded my new video. This has been a pleasure. I am RJ from Rajput Gaming signing out.